Hello everybody, welcome to the 6th lesson in this series of the Findar Academy. Today we're going to be exploring the home, job history, my clients and review tabs. Let's get into it. Alright, so firstly we have the home page. I'm not actually going to go into anything about the home page in this lesson because we discuss each element of the home tab in various other lessons. So if you've been watching the lessons in order, then you'll know that in the previous lesson, we learned how you set up your profile. And in the coming lessons, we'll specifically look at how to purchase tokens, how each of these columns or boards work, and then lastly, how to manually add a job. I'll put a link to all of the videos I just mentioned in the description below, so you can get to them easily. All right, onto the job history page. So you'll see in the columns we have displayed client name, address the job took place at, the contact details of the client, the date the job occurred on, whether you as the manager have reviewed the job or not, the status of the job, and lastly, the action column. Let's talk about the status column quickly and what the different statuses mean. So at the moment, you have 3 different statuses that could apply to your job: completed, cancelled, and rejected. Completed is pretty self-explanatory. If a job that either you manually added yourself or you got the job from Findar is successfully completed, then the job appears as completed. Cancelled is when either you or the client cancel the job. Rejected is when you receive a request for a job through Findar, you then tender on the job and you lose the tender to another company. This is when the status will appear as rejected. Let's say you want to see more detail about the job. You then need to click on the icon in the Action tab. This will bring up the whole job history. You can see who the client is, the address of where the job took place, the date and time of the job, and what category the job fell into. Any additional comments and photos that the client added to the job will also appear here. You can then view which technician was on the job, any comments the tech made about the job, photos the tech added to the job, and the COC number that was issued at that job. This is a great tool if your tech uses it to its full potential, because you now have a full history of this job from before it was done to the finished product. On the main page, you'll see in the review column that it says need or not applicable. Not applicable means a review is not necessary, more than likely because a job was cancelled. Need means that you still need to review the client whose job you attended to. So, if you click on the I in the action column, it will bring you to this page. Here you'll see that you need to rate the client and that you can add a comment. Once you're done with this, you can click Save. Once you've saved a review, you cannot go back and change it. The status will then change from need to done, and you'll be able to review your rating and comment in the job history. Next, we have the My Clients page. Okay, cool. So you can see here on this page that you can see the client's name, their address, their cell phone number, and lastly their email address. You also have an edit button on the end. If you're looking for a specific client, you can obviously put their name into the search tab and search for them directly instead of scrolling through all your pages. Okay, so why is your My Clients page necessary? If you recall lesson 2, we discussed how powerful Findar is as a management system. So keeping that in mind, this is where you'll create and manage your client database. We're busy working on a function that'll allow you to export this information so that you can easily send out marketing information and so on to your clients. When you click on Add New Client, this block is going to appear. You can add a photo of your client if you like, but it's obviously not necessary. Then you need to add their name and their surname, their cell phone number so that you and your technician can contact them, their email address so that you can send quotes and invoices to them, and then their addresses, either their home or their work or both, depending on what type of client it is. It's very important to type in the address correctly. You'll see in more detail in later lessons why this is so important. But basically, when you allocate this job to one of your technicians, they have a button in their app that says go to Google Maps, and it automatically populates the address for them into Google Maps. So naturally, if this address is incorrect, it's going to navigate the technician to the incorrect address. What's also important to make sure you input correctly is the client's cell phone number, because this is the number that will appear in the technician's app. So he or she will simply press the call button and it will call this phone number. Cool. So when you're finished setting up your client, you click on Save. Now in some cases, you'll need to edit your client's information. To do this, you simply click on the little pencil button in the Edit column to change or update any of the information you need to. You then click on Save to save the new information. On to the final part of this lesson, your reviews. You'll see 3 sections to this page: overall client satisfaction, how many reviews you've received and how they've been distributed, and any comments your client has given you. Your overall client satisfaction is the average of all the reviews you've received. The block below shows you how many reviews you've received and the distribution among the various star ratings. So in this case, this company has received 1 review of 5 stars. Lastly, you have the client's feedback or comments on the job that your company did for them. And you have the option to reply to any of their comments. Thanks so much for taking the time out to watch this video. I hope you learned something. The next lesson is super important as I'll be explaining how you get your team members onto the Findar Tech app. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.